Lesson 1, Early Intervention in Gardening.
I have been thinking about our garden lately. It really helps to catch pests early before they cause damage.
Absolutely. Early detection can save us so much trouble later on.
What signs do you usually look for when checking the plants?
I check for any unusual spots on the leaves or signs of wilting.
That is a smart approach. I tend to look for bugs hiding underneath the leaves.
Yes. Those little critters can wreak havoc if we do not notice them.
Have you found any effective methods for pest control?
I prefer using natural remedies, like neem oil. It is safe for the plants.
That sounds effective. I have heard garlic spray can also deter pests.
It can. Plus, it is easy to make at home.
I like the idea of keeping our garden chemical free.
Me too. It is better for the environment and our health.
What about companion planting? I have read it can help with pest management.
Yes. Certain plants can repel pests naturally when planted together.
That is fascinating. I should research which plants work well together.
Let us try a few methods this season and see what works best.
Here is to keeping our garden healthy and thriving.
Lesson 2, The Art of Decluttering.
I feel accomplished. First, I cleared out all the expired and unnecessary items.
That is a fantastic start. It is amazing how much space that creates.
It really is. I was surprised by how many expired products I found.
That happens to everyone. We often forget what we have stored away.
Exactly. Now the shelves look much cleaner and organized.
You should feel proud. Decluttering can be a daunting task.
Thank you. What about you? How is your decluttering going?
I am making progress. I sorted through my clothes and donated several items.
That is great. It feels good to let go of things we do not use.
Yes. And it makes room for new items that we truly love.
Have you found anything surprising in your closet?
I did. I found a dress I had forgotten about. It still fits perfectly.
That is a nice surprise. It is like shopping in your own wardrobe.
Exactly. I feel like I have a new outfit without spending any money.
Here is to decluttering and discovering hidden treasures.
Lesson 3, The Terrible Runner.
I heard about the race last weekend. What a disaster it was.
Indeed. I cannot believe someone tripped over their own shoelaces.
That is a classic blunder. It must have been quite a sight.
Imagine the crowd's reaction. They must have laughed out loud.
Absolutely. It is not every day you see someone faceplant on the track.
It seems like a scene from a comedy movie, does it not?
Yes, and I wonder what was going through the runner's mind.
Perhaps I should have double knotted my shoes.
Or maybe, I am going to win this race after a quick nap.
That would explain the slow start. A nap before a race? Brilliant.
Quite the strategy. But what about the other racers?
They must have been bewildered. Is this part of the warm-up?
Right. I can picture them dodging the fallen runner like it is a game.
A game of avoid the obstacles, perhaps?
Exactly. It is a new sport in itself.
I wonder if anyone tried to help the fallen runner.
I suspect most just kept running. Survival of the fittest.
How ruthless. But it is hard to help when you are running for your life.
True. And what if the runner just got up and kept going?
That would be the ultimate comeback. I tripped, but I am still here.
Now that is a spirit I admire. Never give up, even on the ground.
It is all about perseverance, even if you look ridiculous.
Exactly. Every great athlete has their embarrassing moments, does it not?
Certainly. It makes for great stories later on.
And this one will be told for years to come, I am sure.
Yes. Remember the runner who tripped and became a legend?
There is a lesson in every stumble, they say.
Indeed. Perhaps we should all trip a little more often.
As long as it is not on the track, I am all for it.
Agreed. Let us leave the tripping to the professionals.
Wise choice. Now, where is my coffee? I need fuel for my next run.
Fuel is essential, especially if you plan on sprinting to the cafe.
Well, I need to practice my running skills just in case.
You never know when you might need to dodge an obstacle.
Or trip over your own enthusiasm.
Lesson 4: The Joy of Teaching.
It is quite amusing how many questions students can ask in a single hour.
Indeed, it is like a game of trivia. They always manage to surprise us.
I sometimes wonder if they have a secret list of questions prepared.
That would explain the randomness of some inquiries. For instance, why do they ask about the history of sandwiches?
Ah, the infamous sandwich question. It seems to be a favorite among students.
Perhaps they think it will enhance their culinary skills.
Or maybe they believe it is crucial for passing the exam.
That would be an interesting exam question, indeed.
Explain the significance of the sandwich in modern society.
I can already imagine the creative answers.
Some might argue it is a symbol of freedom.
Others could say it represents unity, bringing various ingredients together.
Exactly. Every student has a unique perspective, much like their sandwiches.
And that is what makes teaching so rewarding.
I must say, I enjoy the humor in their responses.
Humor is a great way to engage students and make learning enjoyable.
Yes, laughter truly is the best teacher.
I agree, and it helps create a comfortable learning environment.
It is fascinating how much we can learn from them as well.
Absolutely. Teaching is a two-way street, after all.
And every street is full of unexpected turns.
Just like our conversations.
Speaking of which, what is the most memorable question you have received?
Oh, that is a tough one. I once had a student ask if I could teach them how to speak to animals.
Now, that is a question worth pondering.
Perhaps one day, they will invent a universal translator for that purpose.
I look forward to that day. Until then, we shall continue our adventures in teaching.
Lesson 5: Volunteering Adventures.
I recently volunteered at a college. It was quite an experience.
That sounds intriguing. What was the organization like?
It was called Frontier College. The instructors did the same jobs as local educators.
How did that work, exactly? Did you feel effective in your role?
I did. It was rewarding to see students improve their skills.
That must have been fulfilling. What age groups did you work with?
I worked primarily with adult learners. They were eager to learn.
That is wonderful. What subjects did you teach them?
I taught English and basic computer skills. It was quite a challenge.
I can imagine. Did you face any difficulties while teaching?
Absolutely. Some students were hesitant to speak up at first.
How did you encourage them to participate more?
I used games and group discussions. It lightened the mood.
That is a great strategy. Did you form any special connections with your students?
Yes, I did. They shared their stories, and it created a bond.
That is heartwarming. What was your favorite part of the experience?
Seeing their confidence grow was the highlight for me.
I can understand that. It is inspiring to witness personal growth.
Indeed. I learned as much from them as they did from me.
That is the beauty of teaching, is it not?
Absolutely. It is a two-way street filled with learning and laughter.
Lesson 6: Strength Training Shenanigans.
Do you also engage in any strength training?
Yes, I do some weightlifting after my cardio sessions.
That sounds quite intense. How did you get into it?
I wanted to build my stamina and, of course, impress my friends.
Impressive. Do you lift heavy weights?
I prefer lighter weights with more repetitions. It keeps things interesting.
Interesting choice. I usually go for the heavier stuff.
Ah, so you enjoy the challenge of lifting a small car, do you?
Well, perhaps not a car, but I do enjoy pushing my limits.
I can only imagine. Just make sure you do not turn into a superhero overnight.
If I did, I would definitely wear a cape in the gym.
A cape would be quite the fashion statement, I must admit.
Perhaps I could start a new trend. Superheroes lift too.
That would definitely attract attention.
I can see the headlines now: weightlifter becomes local legend.
And I would be your number one fan, cheering you on from the sidelines.
I appreciate your support. You could be my personal cheerleader.
I would need to practice my cheers then. Lift it high, let it fly.
Now that is a catchy cheer. I might just lift heavier to impress you.
Now, that is the spirit. Just remember to stretch afterward.
Stretching? Is that not for the faint of heart?
Not at all. It keeps the muscles happy and ready for action.
I shall take your advice. A happy muscle is a strong muscle.
Lesson 7: Understanding Abdominal Weakness.
Have you ever wondered why some people have that peculiar bulge in their abdomen?
Yes, I have seen it. It seems quite common. What causes it?
It can be due to weakness in the muscle layers of the abdomen.
That sounds intriguing. How does this weakness occur?
Sometimes, it happens after pregnancy or significant weight loss.
Ah, I see. So, the muscles are unable to hold everything in place?
Precisely. This allows the intestines to push forward into the gap.
That sounds uncomfortable. Are there exercises to help with this?
Yes, there are. Strengthening exercises can support the abdominal wall.
Interesting. What types of exercises would you recommend?
Exercises like planks and leg raises are quite beneficial.
I have heard of planks. They seem challenging. How long should one hold them?
Aiming for 30 seconds to a minute is a good start.
That is manageable. What about leg raises? Are they easy?
They can be tough at first, but they really target the lower abdomen.
I shall have to try them. Any tips for beginners?
Start slow and focus on form to avoid injury.
That sounds wise. Should one consult a doctor before starting?
Yes, especially if there are any pre-existing conditions.
I appreciate your advice. It is good to know there are ways to improve strength.
Absolutely. With consistency, one can see great results.
I am excited to start my fitness journey. Thank you for the encouragement.
You are welcome. Let us motivate each other along the way.
Lesson 8, Travel Tales.
My flight was smooth, and my bags arrived quickly.
That is a relief. Did you manage to find your transportation easily?
Yes, I found a shuttle right outside the terminal.
Excellent. Those shuttles can be quite tricky sometimes.
Indeed. I once waited an hour for a shuttle that never came.
Oh no! That sounds frustrating. What did you do?
I ended up taking a taxi, which cost a fortune.
That is the price of convenience, I suppose.
True. I learned my lesson. Always check the shuttle schedule.
A wise decision. Did you enjoy the flight otherwise?
Yes, the in-flight entertainment was surprisingly good.
What did you watch? A romantic comedy, perhaps?
No, I watched a documentary about cheese production.
Cheese? Now that is an interesting choice.
I thought it would be cheesy, but it was quite fascinating.
I can see how cheese production could be captivating.
They showed how cheese ages and develops flavors.
That sounds delightful. I might need to watch that myself.
I highly recommend it. It made me hungry, though.
A documentary that whets your appetite? Now that is impressive.
Exactly. I craved a cheese platter by the end of the flight.
That is a luxury I can appreciate.
Perhaps we should celebrate your arrival with a cheese platter later?
That sounds like a splendid idea. Cheese and good company are perfect together.
I agree. Let us make it a tradition every time you visit.
Lesson 9, The Late Arrival.
Hi. I just received your message. Are you really going to be late tonight?
Yes, I am afraid so. I am stuck in traffic. Is that okay?
Of course. Traffic can be quite unpredictable.
I appreciate your understanding. I will try to hurry.
No need to rush. Safety first, after all.
Thank you. I will drive carefully, even if I am eager to watch the movie.
What film are you most excited about?
I am really looking forward to the new comedy. I hear it is hilarious.
I have heard great things about it too. Do you have a favorite actor in it?
Yes. The lead actor always makes me laugh. His timing is impeccable.
I agree. I think he could make even a grocery list funny.
That is a talent not everyone possesses.
True. I wonder how he prepares for his roles.
Perhaps he studies the art of humor for hours on end.
Or maybe he just observes everyday situations.
That sounds like a great approach. Life is full of funny moments.
Absolutely. I often find humor in my daily routines.
Me too. Like when I accidentally wear mismatched socks.
That is a classic mistake. I have done it more times than I can count.
It is a great conversation starter, though.
Indeed. What do you think of my stylish choices?
Exactly. And then, you can blame it on being fashionable.
I shall remember that. I will embrace my mismatched socks with pride.
And I will join you. Together, we will start a new trend.
The trend of fashionably confused.
Now that sounds like a hit.
I can hardly wait for you to arrive, even if it is late.
Lesson 10: Staying safe and informed.
Being informed and proactive can help us protect ourselves.
Exactly. It is crucial to stay aware of our surroundings.
I read an article about personal safety tips recently.
Oh, what were some of the tips mentioned?
One suggestion was to always trust your instincts.
That is solid advice. Our gut feelings are often very reliable.
Yes, and another tip was to keep emergency contacts handy.
That makes sense. Having someone to call can be reassuring.
Right. And it is wise to know the local emergency numbers.
I agree. It can save precious time in a crisis.
Additionally, being aware of escape routes in public places is vital.
That is an excellent point. Knowing how to exit quickly can be life-saving.
Have you ever practiced any self-defense techniques?
I have taken a few classes. They were surprisingly empowering.
I can imagine. I should join you for a class.
That would be fun. Plus, it never hurts to learn new skills.
I agree. And we can keep each other motivated.
Exactly. Teamwork makes everything easier and more enjoyable.
Speaking of teamwork, do you think we should start a safety club?
That sounds like a fantastic idea. We could invite friends to join us.
We could organize regular meetings to discuss safety tips.
And maybe even invite guest speakers.
That would enhance the learning experience.
Yes. Together, we can create a safer environment for everyone.
I love it. Let us make this club a reality.
Lesson 11: Musical Aspirations.
That is awesome. I have always wanted to learn to play an instrument.
Really? Which instrument are you interested in?
I have a soft spot for the guitar. It seems so versatile.
The guitar is a fantastic choice. What draws you to it?
I love how it can be used in almost every music genre.
Absolutely. Plus, it is great for sing-alongs.
Exactly. I can already imagine myself around a campfire, strumming away.
That sounds delightful. Have you ever tried playing?
I attempted once, but my fingers hurt too much.
Ah, the classic beginner's struggle. It does get easier, I promise.
I hope so. How long did it take you to learn?
It took me a few months to feel comfortable.
That is encouraging. Did you take lessons or teach yourself?
I took lessons at first, but then I explored on my own.
That sounds like a good balance. Any tips for a beginner?
Start with simple chords and practice regularly.
I can do that. What about songs?
Choose songs you love. It makes practice much more enjoyable.
That is great advice. I will start with something easy, like a classic.
Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star is always a good choice.
Perfect. I can impress my friends with that.
Absolutely. They will be amazed by your talent.
I cannot wait to get started. What is your favorite song to play?
I love playing Wonderwall. It always gets everyone singing along.
That is a fantastic song. I must learn that next.
You will not regret it. Music brings people together.
I am excited about this journey. Thank you for your encouragement.
You are welcome. Let us have a jam session when you are ready.
I look forward to it. Music is truly a wonderful adventure.
Lesson 12, Beginner-Friendly Recommendations.
I just signed up for a fitness class. I am quite excited.
That is great. Which class did you choose?
I opted for a yoga class. I heard it is beginner friendly.
Excellent choice. Yoga is wonderful for flexibility and relaxation.
I hope I do not fall over during the poses.
Falling over is part of the fun. You will laugh it off.
That is true. I could use some laughter in my life.
Let me know if you need any recommendations for beginner-friendly classes.
I would appreciate that. What else do you suggest?
Perhaps a dance class? It is a fun way to stay active.
Dance sounds enjoyable. I am not the best dancer, though.
No worries. Everyone is a beginner at some point.
That is comforting to hear. What style would you recommend?
Zumba is fantastic. It combines dance and fitness in a lively way.
I have heard of Zumba. It sounds like a party.
Exactly. You will not even realize you are exercising.
I like the sound of that. What about strength training?
Start with light weights. Focus on form rather than lifting heavy.
That makes sense. I want to avoid injuries.
Smart thinking. Safety is key in any exercise routine.
Do you have any favorite beginner exercises?
Bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups are great starts.
I can manage those. I shall give them a try.
Fantastic. Consistency is what matters most.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you for your encouragement.
You are welcome. I cannot wait to hear about your progress.
I will keep you updated, especially if I fall over in yoga.
Lesson 13: Eating healthy.
I see you have plenty of fruits and vegetables here.
Yes, I believe they are essential for a healthy diet.
Absolutely. Do you have any tips for someone who wants to start eating healthier?
Certainly. First, always keep fruits visible in your kitchen.
That is a great idea. It makes them more tempting.
Exactly. Out of sight often means out of mind.
What about vegetables? They can be less appealing to some.
I suggest finding creative ways to prepare them.
Like what? I could use some inspiration.
Try roasting them with olive oil and spices. It enhances the flavor.
That sounds delicious. I would love to try that.
You will not regret it.
Should one focus on specific fruits or vegetables?
Aim for a variety. Different colors provide different nutrients.
So, the more colorful my plate, the better?
Exactly. It is like eating a rainbow.
I love that imagery. What about snacks?
Opt for fruits or nuts instead of chips or sweets.
That is a smart choice. Do you have a favorite healthy snack?
I enjoy apple slices with almond butter. It is both tasty and filling.
That sounds delightful. I shall add it to my list.
You will be pleasantly surprised at how satisfying it is.
I must admit, I struggle to eat enough vegetables.
You are not alone. Many people face that challenge.
Any tips to make them more enjoyable?
Try adding them to smoothies or soups. It hides the taste while keeping the nutrients.
Now that is a clever solution. I will definitely give it a try.
Remember, small changes can lead to big results.
I appreciate your guidance. I feel motivated to start this journey.
Lesson 14: Planning the perfect trip.
It is better to secure our travel arrangements early.
Agreed. Let us plan this trip well to avoid any last-minute chaos.
What is the first thing we should organize?
I believe we should book our accommodations right away.
That is a smart move. Do you have a specific place in mind?
I was thinking about that charming little hotel by the beach.
That sounds delightful. I can already imagine the ocean views.
Yes. And the sound of waves will be so relaxing.
Should we also consider transportation?
Absolutely. We need to decide whether to drive or fly.
Driving would give us more flexibility, but flying is quicker.
True. It all depends on how much time we have.
If we fly, we should book our tickets soon.
Yes, flight prices can rise quickly as the date approaches.
What about activities? Should we make a list?
That is a great idea. I want to visit the local museum and the beach.
I would love to try some water sports while we are there.
Count me in. I have always wanted to try paddleboarding.
That sounds fun. We should also check for any local events.
Yes. Festivals can add a unique touch to our trip.
I will look up the schedule for events while you handle accommodations.
Perfect. Teamwork makes everything more efficient.
What about meals? Should we research some restaurants?
Definitely. I want to try the local cuisine.
I am already excited about all the delicious food.
Me too. Let us make a list of must-try dishes.
It is settled then. A well-planned trip is bound to be unforgettable.